Hello everyone and welcome to the session 6 of our COBOL series. And today we are going into deep dive into strings in COBOL. Like if we talk about strings, string is everywhere in programming. Whenever we are handling customer data, making reports or passing the inputs in the file. Like basically if we talk about strings, strings are the backbone of any text-based operation. Like COBOL provides powerful tools for string manipulation. And mastering this tool will be help us to write more effective and flexible programs and code. By the end of the session, you will be having a solid understanding of how like strings have been working in COBOL, like concatenation, splitting strings, substring. It would be everything would be working in COBOL, how they are working. So we will be having a knowledge of everything in that in this session. So without wasting time, let's get started. Okay, so before we jump into the main topic, let me introduce you to programmers.io, where I am proud to work as a COBOL developer. Programmers.io is a global software development company specializing in both legacy and modern platforms. Like we work with COBOL mainframe, S400, CICS, and IBMI, like helping business to maintain them and modernize their critical systems. Like it's been a more than a decade that we have been working. So we have partnered with Fortune 500 companies, combining their reliability of legacy systems with the innovative solutions to meet the today's business need. At programmers.io, we are all keeping a system robust, scalable, and future ready. So this was a brief introduction about the company where I am working. So just moving ahead to the main topic, to the agenda of the day. So these will be the topic we will be covering in the today's session. Firstly, introduction to string, what they are and why they matter. String statements, combining strings into one, that how the strings have been combined and concatenated into into a single string. And its opposite, unstring, splitting a big string into a small pieces using inspect statement, counting and replacing the characters in string. Then we will just going towards the reference modification. I think that reference modification is the main topic of every like in the main topic of the string and this lecture. It would be the most useful thing you would be ever learning. Like many times when we are talking about things and we want to extract the string and something like that, reference modification is the most used thing if we talk about in the COBOL and in the daily programming languages, in the daily programming life. So we'll just going through that. And after that, we will just going to the best practices, that how we can write effectively string handling. Like we also see that we will be having a practical example of each concept to ensure that you will be having a technical and the real world scenario of the things, then how we are in industry the things are being used and how we will be just using them. So we will be just focusing on both the things into that, and don't get afraid or worried about seeing the sorry for that, don't get afraid or something like that seeing the agenda or the topic list. It is been a brief and some about that, and I've already we have been this is the sixth session that in the series. So we need to make the agenda and the starting, and we will be just breaking the things down and just will be going towards every topic, and just pack your seat and just move to the lecture. So yeah, starting with the main session. Like firstly, what is string statement? Like basically why string is used. Like basically, if we talk about string is basically in COBOL it is combining of three statements like string, unstring, and inspect. Like how these are basically the function we have been using in COBOL. Like how we are using string, how we are using unstring, how we are using inspect. We'll be just going towards that. But this is a brief overview that why string are where we are using the string and the operation. Like if we talk about things that when we are talking about the data entry, many times we need to concatenate many things, then we need to split that, we need to just count the characters, count the vowels, count the characters, change the uh, change the format of that into capital to small. So string basically help us into that, and then basically string make our work easy into the journey of that. So just starting the taking the first topic, the string. If it a string is a basically function in COBOL. It is the, like as I already told you that string, COBOL is a English like language. So it is the main topic is string only. Just starting with the string function in that. Oh, it's okay. Okay. String statement, basically it is used to concatenate multiple string into one. Like think as a way to assemble various pieces of text. Like if I've written my name is Harshit Chaudhary, these are the many sentences. If I want to combine everything, I will use using string. Okay, so just seeing the syntax of that, the string statements contain many language into a single variable. If you see the syntax of that, it is string. Source one means the thing that you are delimited by. What is the meaning of delimited? Like in what basis we are going to combine the things. Like if we talk about, I have given example, my name is Harshit Chaudhary. So there is space after my name, there is a space. So just we want to combine it by the spaces. So I have written space there. So that is the thing. We're just moving towards a practical example, just giving you a brief overview about that what is the basically syntax. And so we want to add that by the spaces. So we written the spaces about it and into the target of that. So just moving towards a practical example of that. Mhm. And I think now we are habitual of everything, isn't it? Isn't it? We are habitual of everything, that how the things have been going and how the things are will be going into the lectures. So we have seen many programs. So I think that the basic afraid of how program would be working is been gone from every one of you. Okay. So just starting with this program, this is the program first of our today's journey. So what I have just brief overview of what I have declared in the working storage section. I have declared a variable which is WS string, declare which is a alphabetic variable of 30 length. Then I have declared three variables, string one, string two, string three, which have a value if you see. And then I have made a counter into that which is a value starting value one. I haven't initialized the WS string, like there is no value. Why I haven't done that? Because I will be combining the string main string which I want to combine into that function only. So that's why I haven't combined it to that. So yeah, it is of 30 line. Then we talk about the string one. It is alphanumeric, alphabetic of 15 characters. Then the value of it is programmers. And the string two is 7 character. It is welcome. And string three is also seven of alphabetic. It is two and a counter that we have introduced. It is just showing that why counter is important in this. Just moving towards the main logic of our program, procedure division, like what we have written into that. This is the basic syntax of the string. If you talk about it, like if I talk about the pointer and the overflow condition, these are been optional. We can remove if you want to remove that. We can also remove that. We can also remove that, but it is good practice to make them into that. What a pointer is that it is counts the variable that what are the where the pointer is going. So it would be giving us the exact value, the what is the length of the exact string and the and what overflow is doing. Like many one times what overflow is done in our home and practical life. Like if the tank is having a more level than its water, like the capacity of tank is only 10 liters and you have poured 15 liters into that, you are pouring 15 liters in there. What does it mean? It is an overflow. So same as overflow, that if you have entered a small size data type but there are much data for that, so it would be an overflow condition into that. So this is like a error handling into that. Overflow is basically an error handling only, that which we use to put in the starting only. Okay, so just going towards that string one, just analyzing the main logic of string now. It is W8 start, W string two, which is what is the value of string two? It is welcome, delimited by space size I have just told you in the syntax space. And why there is written as size? Because what it would be just going towards what is the length of WS string 2, it is 7. So it will be working around that. Like just take the variable what is there into the size. Like if there is 10 characters, take the 10 characters. If there are 5 characters, take the 5 characters. There are 2 characters, take the 2 characters. Okay, so just we have what we have written delimited by size. Okay, and WS3 the same thing delimited by space. Okay, no, sorry. In that we have written delimited by space. Why we have written what is the meaning of that? Like I told you an example with an example. My name is Ashwin Chaudhary. So I have written this like my, then there is a space name, so it would be taking the first, if I have written with that, so it would be taking the first character only before the space. The first space would be taking the first word before the space. It would be more clear if I talk about that. So what is in the example, what is it is my, and if in this what it is, if we talk about this, just like making we will be making the output from ourselves, then we will be just compiling that for ensuring the more clarity into that. So what string three is delimited by space. So where is the first space? There are two words basically, two and end. So the first space come before the two. So two will be the our main the character with the word. And the string three again delimited by size. Why we put delimited by size? Because when we want the entire content, we just put delimited by size. And when why we just we put by delimited by space? When you want the first word of that. I don't know. It doesn't matter that there are 100 words or there are 1,000 words or 1,000 characters. This doesn't matter to me. I just want the first word, the first character. It would be 5, 10. What is the first word into the sentence? Just give me that, and I will be just going out with that. Okay. So this is the string delimited by we have written because we are using 3 strings. If we would be writing 2 strings, we will be just removing that. Okay. It would also be working. It is no problem into that. For it now we are just writing because it would be giving an error that we have declared and I haven't used the word character. Then what we are doing into, what into does, like when I told you that we are just making the small string into a big string, so it would be going into some string. Like when we are transferring from one place to another place, there is also a space for, we make a space for that. Like in our home also, when we transfer from something from one corner to another corner, the another corner should be empty and there should be a space for that. Same thing applies here. We are putting that into another string, which is ws string, the main string, and we have declared that empty. I discussed in the starting of the session of why did we declare this empty. Okay, with the pointer ws count, I have just put the value of ws count. We will be seeing that, and on overflow display this. So if it is an overflow condition, I already told you why when overflow happens. So yeah, end string, and it's the period. Why it would be required to write end string? Because when we are ending this, it would be a good practice, and we have to write that. It is a syntax only. So this is the entire syntax. I think like practical examples give more vibe to that understanding a topic. So that's why I have more focus on the practical concepts and the practical example of it, everything. So that's the reason I focus, give more time on into that. So just yeah, compiling that. It is a program 7. So just putting the into compile. Yeah, I've written program 7 here. Program 6. Okay, Lord, just submitting this JCL. And yeah, the JC lectures will be coming soon here, YouTube channel. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, it is compiled properly. Just submitting this. Yeah, it is easy. We have the output. Let me just see the output of that. Yeah. Welcome to programmers. Okay, just let me go again to the content. Hmm. What we have written, what we have started with the WS string, what we have written, welcome. Okay, what we have taken, like it was the word WS string give us delimited size. Programmers, one W3, what it was giving us? 2. As I said you, that it would we would be getting 2 from that. WS string 2, what would be giving, like it would be delimited by size. So yeah, it is WS string 2, welcome. The output is welcome to programmers. This is the like something like this, the empty value that is coming. So, okay, and the pointer is 25. Why the pointer is 25? Because if we count the value characters in that, it would be 25 only. That's why it is giving us 25. That is the use of counter into that. Oh, we have named it counter, but in the syntax it is pointer. We can also that counter in the general language, but we will be writing only pointer into that. Okay, got that. How strings are been working, why strings are being used. Just explaining the concept again, why strings are being used. If we want a big string of 100 characters and we have 10 strings of 10 characters, we just want to combine. At that time, we use string function into COBOL. I think now it is clear to you. And why I think also you got the pointer concept and the overflow concept. When it would be displaying an overflow, when this 30 would be a lesser, like it is 20, like just take a practical example of that. If you are entering 5 liter, there is a 5 liter jug, and you are entering 3 liter of water, it would be coming in easily. But if you are trying to enter 7 liters of water into that, it won't be possible to handle the capacity of 5 liter only. How can it handle 2 liters more? So at that time, when the data type is less and the characters are, the string is more into that, at that time it would be just putting an overflow condition. At this time, we are just 24 characters into that, so it haven't give us the overflow conditions. Okay, got that? Just moving ahead now. Was the main another topic of that? Okay, which is unstring. Sorry for that. So what unstring does is basically like in a string we have talked about. It takes a small string and just break that into oh sorry, just it takes a small string and combine it and make a big string. We talked about that in the string. So unstring is the opposite of string. So what it would be doing, like it would be taking a string of big string, it would be taking a big string as an input into that, and it would be splitting that into small pieces. Like it would be making small pieces of that to be used. Like if I have written a single string, my name is Hash Chaudhary, so it would be making my different from that, then name different from them, Harsh different from Chaudhary different from it would be. Then at that time, and we need to split the strings, then we'll be using unstring statement in COBOL. Okay, got that. Just moving towards the practical example of that, and then there we will be just moving towards the syntax of that. Yeah. So I have written the same thing I have used here. Haven't make any difference to the program. Why I haven't made that? Because it would be making it you clear to understand that what the concept. When what we have made in the output of that, welcome to programmers, same thing we have made. I have taken WS string into here only to just make it, and I have given the value welcome to programmers. We can also write welcome to programmers.i. So and given like we are doing opposite of that. At that time, what I have did, I have just put the values into that. Okay. What I have did, I have put values in string 1, string 2, string 3 because I want to concatenate the entire big string. At that time, I'm not putting the strings into the small values. Why I'm not putting? Because I want to take the value into that. Okay. The main string is welcome to programmers, which is of 30 characters. We know that there are not 30 characters, but we are taking 30 characters because it won't be storing the entire value into that. Just going towards the syntax. You guys are getting comfortable with it now? Now it is a been routine that how we compile, how we just proceed, how we just see the output. I think now we are getting more familiar with that, isn't it? Just moving towards that, just making a round towards the syntax of it. Firstly, unstring, that we want to unstring. We have noted like in string concept, we have put it that we want to use string into that. Why we used to string? Like COBOL knows when we are writing string, we need to concatenate. When we are using unstring, we need to split. So unstring, we have written WS string, like that is the main string, bumper string, delimited by spaces. Then what is the meaning of spaces here? just telling you, like, this is welcome, and here it is a space. Delimited by space, what like space. We can also write by here by size. Like what it would be doing, it would be taking as variable as string, like this 7 character would be taking, then 2 character, then 15 character, but we have written spaces. So it would be taking like first character, this like we have declared into string 1, string 2, string 3, 3 characters, 3 strings. So it would be taking welcome, then taking like it is a space. So stopping that, just assigning the welcome to string 1, then coming again, just taking 2 into the string 2, then just thinking, there is again a space. So just putting programmers into the string 3, and will be ending the unstring that we wanted. Remember, in COBOL, if we have started something, we have to end that. Like it is a circle of life. Like we have started anything, we have to end that. In COBOL, it is the same. If you have started the unstring and string, you have to end that. So just displaying the simple program, displaying the all 3 strings as an example, string 1, string 2, string 3. So just now moving towards the compilation of that. Just putting, this is program 8. Mhm. Yeah, program 8. Just putting that, submitting JCL. Mhm. Yeah, going towards the executable JCL, writing program it, saving it, submitting as ECL. Why I just murmur up and do the things, that is the time I don't forget things what I'm doing. At that you will be like, just say and do things. It would be helping you to remind things and reminding the procedure. This is the best practice I do when I'm doing anything. Okay, so apart from that, that was an just yeah, program 7. No, yeah, program 7 was of string. Want, yeah, program 8. Here, program 8 is. Program 8, what we have expected the output, welcome into string 1, 2 into string 2, programmers into string 3. Just going to welcome to string 1, string 2, it is 2, string 3, it is programmers. We had the output as we wanted and as we decided. So what unstring does, just going again to the syntax of the, so what unstring does, it basically make the split of the strings we wanted. We are giving a main string and we are just splitting into that, into a main concept. Okay, I think now it is clear. Just going towards another aspect of that, another function, another statement into the COBOL, which is inspect statement. Like if we talk about the inspect, it is a versatile tool. Versatile, like it is a very versatile tool in COBOL. Like what it does, it counts the occurrence of a character. It can also replace a character. Like if I want, I have written my name is Chaudhary. I have written that in a complete capital letters, and I want that in the small letter. I'm using inspect there. And if I want to change the character, like I have written, where I have written, like in the string, my name is Chaudhary, where I have written M, it should be X. So that time we will be also using inspect variable. It can also count the occurrence of the data. Like if I've told you that, that told me that my name is Harsh Chaudhary, count the occurrence of A into this string. So it can also do that. In like COBOL is very simple and very syntax free language. If you talk about that, it has given occurrence to just count the number of occurrence of character also. Yeah, so simple. They have made, the COBOL developers are really crazy. They have made our work so easy. Like we just directly go towards that, write the just syntax or inspect, and just really counting the characters of that. Isn't it? Isn't it see a bit easy? So just moving towards an practical example of that. Uh, program like we have just just yeah. So what we would be doing in this example, identification division, program ID, program 9, same thing, you know what I want to say. Like I have taken a string A B C D A B C D blah, 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 blah. A big string. I just want to what I you will be seeing like A is major times in that. So what I am doing, I want to replace A with X. So what I want, I've given entire string. I just want to replace A with X. Okay. So it would, if it would some another programming language, you would have to struggle with that, and there would be a major logic for that. In COBOL, it is a just one line syntax for that. Just display statement. Why we am displaying that? I want, because I want a old string also. I just want to see the old string, and because it would be good for comparison. So I just make a old string. It doesn't matter. It doesn't count in the syntax. Okay. This is the inspect. Which string we are targeting in the string also for statement. In the unstring also we have seen the statement we are targeting. We need to put that after the statement only. Like if we have written a string, put that after that. If you have written a string, we are targeting string one, just put that string one. We are targeting three things, put the three things. If we have the same for inspect, if you are targeting inspect, if you are talking about inspect, and we are targeting W as string, which is we have declared above. So we just need to put that and target this. So we have just written that. And what we want, replacing all A by X. As simple as that. And display the new string. Okay. So let me just give you the bloopers that what would be the output. It would be replacing every A with X. Isn't it crazy? Just going towards the compilation part of that and just showing you. And if we talk about the inspect thing in that, inspect is very big. There are many functions in inspect. To like there would be telling into that, like transferring, replacing, converting. There are counting. There are many things in inspect. So I am taking one more example for that because that is an important topic. By yourself also explore few things on the inspect because these are important. Inspect is important. Like entire string topic is important, but inspect is because what it does that it would be helping us into the your day-to-day life when you are writing the program. It would be making your work easy. Uh, is going towards the output. Okay, so just putting both things that it would be just let me close it. Program 9. Like for starting with, like this is the my old string A B C D like, and where I wanted A I have replaced it, so B X X X F F. Oh, so okay, so I have replaced the entire old string A in the old string with the new string, which is the A in X into that, replacing it. So it is a direct function to that. Okay, so like I also told you the inspect that you have to practice many things of that, because seeing the code is easy and doing the thing, but you have to compile this and execute this by your own self. You just go to the Google, just compile, search open COBOL ID and compile the programs, as much program you can. That I have given the program, you can just pause the video, write the same program only. Don't write the different program firstly. When we are beginner into that, just write the same program into the open COBOL IDE or something, any tool you want to know. And to just write the same program, hit the compile button, and then make the amendments into that. That you have replaced A, I want to replace B now. I want to replace C. Just make the amendment and do that. It would be helping you to increase your knowledge and advance yourself. Okay, we have just done. There is one more example of inspect. So we will just inspect or covering. Just I need to one more example. I think that this is the yeah, it is of inspect. I have COBOL language is a high level language. Yeah, isn't it? We agree with that. Sir, we agree with you. Okay, so just going towards the WS variable, I've declared a variable into that for our purpose only. Hmm. That is a group variable. For a second, also I was also confused what I've declared. That's why we need to write comments. That this time comments are important when we are writing that. Okay, sometimes we just slip something from mind. It's okay. Okay, so we have made a group variable W as data. It is of 40 characters. What I have stored into that COBOL language is a high level language. Okay, what is the source thing? Value is A, B, C, D, E, F, G in capital letters. And what is the target thing? We have put value into A, B, C, D small letters. So in the procedure division, main logic is like before conversion, we are just taking the value as COBOL language is high level language. And after that, what result we would be getting is, let me just tell you that we will just getting like COBOL language, you would be seeing that everything's in are in capital at this moment. We will be just getting everything in a smaller character for ourselves. Just going towards the syntax now. Inspect the thing we are targeting. After that, we have to write that WS data. Here it is WS data. Converting source to target. Like we don't need to do anything. Just what I'm writing, just converting. Like I told you that in the previous example, just put let me like it was this is the 11th example. No, this is 10th. The ninth example. Yeah, in the ninth example, it was replacing. It is a part of inspect only. If we talk about converting, replacing, and there are many things into that, into inspect. If we talk about it, so you just go through that, inspect in detail because it is the most useful thing. It would make your work hours of work very much easy if we talk about that. Okay, it would be also counting us for that which string does. Okay, so before data it was ws data, simple data it would be printing same thing, and after that it will be displaying that ws data converting source to target, and just give me the conversion of that and ws data again. Okay, so it is program 10. Just now moving towards the compiling of program 10. Mhm. Yeah, compiling it, submit a JCL. Mhm. It is submitted, executing it, submitting it as JCL, submitting it again. And you can see the output. Won't see the before conversion and after conversion because it is not a target for us. Before conversion, what is COBOL language is a high level language. All things are capital. And after the conversion, COBOL language is a high level language. Everything is in small letters. By just directly writing this, converting source to data, you can also just try something into that. You can also try opposite of it, capital into small. And similarly, you can try that. You can do one more thing into that. Like I just want half of the string into capital and half of the string into small. You can also do that. Like just writing, converting into string, like you have to enter B before is. Just you have to write this. Like before is, okay, sorry. Before is, hmm, okay. You just need to write this before is. So what it would be doing, like there is it would be converting that into small letters, small characters, and another whole string will be in capital characters. So at that time you have to try this on your own and make the practice of it. Okay. So our last topic, string reference modification. I think you got the concept of inspect everything in now, isn't it? Just going towards the reference modification. Now, yeah. Sorry for that. Yeah, my throat is a bit sore from few days, so sorry for that. Extremely sorry for that. Extremely sorry for that. So as moving towards the reference modification, what reference modification does, like if I have a big string like Harshit, I just want few characters in from that. Like I just want 5 characters from that. I just want to start from the first and I just want only 5 characters. So how would we are doing that? Because string, I can also do that by string size, but how I would just want to directly target that. So how I can target that? Every time I want from first to 7 characters, first to 7 characters. So how I can target from every whenever I'm getting a string, how I can target from first to 7, 1 to 7, 1 to 7. So this is will be giving you idea about that. So just moving towards the VS Code and putting the showing the example of that. Yeah. So here what we have declared program 11 full text. What I have full text account number is colon 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 sample code only. This is not my account number. Don't just try with this. Then what I'm writing, I've declared a variable account number pick of x of 10 into that, and I have written the procedure division into that procedure. Then in the procedure division, I have written the main text. Like for the reference modification, we don't need any verb, anything, any statement. We don't need. We just need two parentheses and a simple character into that. Okay, so just let me just comment it and show you more. So what I have done in the account number, like full text, what I have done in the target string, like it is, I have written something bracket 16:10. Oh, this is something. What this? Let me just explain you. Like if I talk about this is the starting position in reference modification in RF. Let me take it RF starting START and starting position colon length of it. Okay. So what is reference modification? The first thing is starting position, that where from where you want to start. Like you have used reference modification if you want, like it means want a substring, but from where you want. So you have to write the starting position of it. Like I have written 16th here. So it would be starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 from here. And how many characters I want? What is the length of character? The string I want? It is 10. It will be just storing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 0, sorry. So it would be taking this much characters into that. And displaying accepted account number, just displaying the account number again. Then what I have done, I have just moved that directly. Why? When we are using the reference modification, the move the current value from the another thing, because we can't just apply the thing change in ourselves only directly the entire string, because it will, if you want to display the full string, it will be displaying again the full string, because it happens reference modified. We need to save the data into that, and we have sended the substring to another string, which is account number. Okay, and then I'm using account number here by displaying extracted account number and just displaying that. I think you got that. What 16 is the starting position, that from where I want to start, and what 10 is the length of it, that how many character length I want. Okay, got that. Just saving it, compiling the program number 11. Just go towards the compile. Submitting it as JCL. Submitting it again. Yeah, now I have that extracted account number from 120. I have the value with me now. The same thing I have discussed. Just let me. Oh, this is old. Oh yeah, the same thing I have just put in. Like I've started from here and just took this entire value and just put into that. That is the thing reference modification does for us. This is the thing. So I hope you got this everything correct. Like we just went through what we have learned today. You got that exactly, and this is the reference model. It is an important topic. Just practice that with the reference modification, that how we can do in another string. Okay, just going towards the, like, from where we have covered today. Like we have firstly we have convert the string, that how string is, how we are working with the string. We have just taken took the syntax of that, took a practical example of that, then move ahead. Then we just move towards the unstring concept. The one unstring does, what is the syntax of unstring, and what a practical example of an unstring. The one unstring is doing. Then we went through the inspect statement, like what inspect does, how inspect is working, how inspect is useful for us. Then we just move towards the reference modification, the important part of COBOL, that how reference modification is. We have been doing the COBOL. Like these operations are the backbone of text handling in COBOL. Just master them, and you will be having greatly essence in the programming. And like there are many things into that, but these string operations are very important and backbone of when you are talking about the text manipulation. Okay. So just the ending slide is here with us. So see you in the next session. We will be coming us towards another good topics and energetic topics. The another topic we will be covering is loops, that how loops are been working in COBOL. So just get ready with that. We have been be doing that. So just we'll be meeting you again soon. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing. Thank you.